Nailed it.
All right. So, hey, I'm Bob,
I'm Jake.
and we are
Nailed It, the podcast.
Welcome to episode 11
Yeah.
of 2024.
We're finally getting around to doing episode 11.
It is late in the month, but it's fine. We're holding steady to our once a month.
Meeting our
cool.
quota.
Yes, meeting our self-imposed quota like we have some sort of corporate overlords that expect things from us.
I also didn't realize how far into the month we were until you mentioned it this past weekend.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's in a couple days, so happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're Friday's the last of the month. Saturday's the last of the month.
Yep.
So we're sitting here on a Monday trying to get her in. So we
we've
will.
got quite a bit to cover.
Yeah, we got this will definitely be, as you may have mentioned earlier in our discussions. This might be another ramblings episode because we have some stuff to catch up on, but nothing specific we got to talk about. So I'm sure you got a topic or two. Hit it. Let's just get at it.
Oi, let's see. Where do we begin from my side of things? Had one Listexia show since recording over at Love Drafts, which has always been one of my favorite places to play.
It's a good joint.
It was us.
Good jam.
Who was it? It was Listexia. And I'm gonna butcher their name again. Jordan Sartar, I think, and the Possessed or something like that.
It was something like that. Yes. Also, your singer could not remember it either, and then made a point of it on stage to tell the guy he couldn't remember his name. Seemed like a bit much.
And then the Reign of Z, they were called. That was the headlining band. They were cool. We checked them out during their sound check, but they were overall a cool band. That whole night was fun. There was supposed to be a fourth band that unfortunately dropped off day of.
That happens.
And they had just moved. They didn't move time frames, but they were just yeah, we're gonna have an early night. And I was like, okay, fine with me.
Didn't change you at all.
It was a Sunday, and I was ready to go home after I played.
Yeah, no, indeed.
Other than that, we have some Ghostlight stuff going on.
Yeah, you had a couple solo gigs since we last
recorded. I did,
too,
yeah.
Which you weren't doing for a while there.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since I did an acoustic show just myself, because between you and I doing stuff with Ghostlight and just being overall busy, I think last time I did an acoustic show was Dave and I over at Riverside.
Yeah.
Early into
and that was covering for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that, and my acoustic gigs were this past weekend over at Victory, over the Victory Athletic Association, and then the weekend prior I was over at Elstonville Sportsman Association.
Well, I do believe since the last time I recorded, you also did a little set or two at the Gilmore Girls Fest.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever you kids are into these days.
Yes. My sister-in-law had put together this pop-up Gilmore Girls event where we turned the Alexander Schaefer farm into Stars Hollow, and she had asked me if I'd be willing to play, and I did an hour and a half set just to kind of open the day up and play a couple tunes. I did the theme song to the show, and that was neat. I didn't really realize the fan base. I always knew that show was popular, but I didn't realize the fan base that show has, to the point where there was people driving cross country to little old Schaeferstown, Pennsylvania, to experience this event. We had people from New Mexico, Nashville, Tennessee. I think we had somebody from Texas that came out just for this little event.
It's crazy.
It was awesome.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, people like what they like.
And then I got to also be a part of that event and be the auctioneer for the Bid on a Basket event that they did, which I'm not an auctioneer by any means, but it was just kind of calling the bids and people putting in bids, and it was a lot of fun.
You weren't like, hey,
oh yeah, no, I wasn't rambling it off, but
I said 30, half the 30.
Towards the end, I was kind of getting a rhythm going, but then I'd stumble over my own words, and then I'm just like,
yeah, I think that's a skill. Just people just assume because we can get up on a microphone, we can do things.
But no, that was a lot of fun, and it was cool getting to play a little bit. we pulled double duty that night, or at least I did. I played that afternoon, and then that evening was our Halloween show over at McCleary's.
McCleary's, yeah.
Uh,
Which was a fantastic time.
it was a fun time. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, we've had our opinions.
I may have gone into it with a bad attitude, but I was wrong, and I'll say I was wrong to anybody that needs to hear it. So we ended up having a really great show and a really good time.
That was a lot of fun,
a lot
and
of people, and
yeah, to see how packed it was, to see our friends come out and have a good time. It was a very neat show. That was my one and only time playing at McCleary's. But it was a good time. I had a lot of fun. Got to bust out the blonde wig and everything.
Jack Rocket made an appearance. Blonde wig, Jack Rocket.
Yeah.
80s Jack Rocket made an appearance.
That was the best. I had to get the zebra pants out and the blonde wig. Jack Rocket made an appearance. It was great.
I went pretty in. I got pretty into it too.
Wasn't that your "This is my Halloween costume" shirt that you wore?
Yeah, that was it. I really went hard on that show. But yeah, it was a good time, and of course that was. I don't know if we've discussed since our last episode the changes going on in Ghostlight. I don't know if we officially talked about it.
We did.
Back in October, which would have been, I don't know, pre our recording or not.
I think it was pre.
Back in October, our two founding members of Ghostlight, Andy and Doug, decided to let us know that they were retiring from playing music.
Yeah.
But weren't taking the band down with them and asked us if we wanted to keep it going. So Rich and I and you, we all decided that's fine by us. Let's see what we can do. So we went through the who's going to be the people, and we settled immediately on Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Our friend Jimmy Everly, and now bandmate again, who's been on the friend of the podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say friend of the podcast, former guest.
Jimmy filled in over the spring when Doug had his shoulder surgery. So Jimmy had done about a month's worth of shows with us before you were in the band. So Jimmy was the natural choice to ask, and he did accept the idea of doing it. I think it was the best move for us. Short of, there's plenty of talented drummers out there, but Jimmy already knew us. I've played with Jimmy so much over the last 15 years that it just made sense to me.
Yeah.
We had some talk about different bass players, and you knew somebody, Rich knew somebody, we all knew somebody, but we ended up settling on Dave, our
good old buddy Dave Z.
Our buddy Dave Z, our bandmate and friend.
Former
Dave
guest.
Former guest, friend of the podcast, Dave Zinglitz. Dave's going to be our bass player now. I'm personally excited with what's going to happen once we get firing on all cylinders.
Oh,
we literally now have 5 singers in the band because Rich can do more if we wanted him to.
Yeah.
I mean, Rich used to sing and front some stuff himself. But even just you coming into the band back in midsummer made such a difference in our vocal stuff because you and I were already very good at playing together and singing together. But we already have a good vibe with Dave from doing our Nailed It stuff. And now Jimmy, once he gets settled on drums, whether he likes it or not, he's getting a microphone.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that boy can sing, and present company excluded, maybe, I have never sang with anybody that I click so well with.
Right.
So it's just, there's some stuff coming down the road once we get ourselves comfortable that I think is exciting. But in the meantime, I think we're just in for a good ride.
Yeah.
We've got, as of this recording, we've got 4 shows left in the year before the holiday break. One coming up Black Friday, just a few days from now while we're recording, at Tellus 360. That'll be Dave and Jimmy's first show with us.
Yep.
That's your first time playing there too, yeah?
Playing there,
Tellus?
yes,
Yep.
yeah.
So, and that's an interesting one because it's not our normal thing. It's their house sound guy, and it's a very limited sound system as far as monitors go, but we have never had a bad time there. Always a packed house every time I played there in a year since I joined the band. So it'll be a good time. Well, I should mention that our sound guy, Scott.
Oh yeah.
Scott was with the band far longer than either one of us. Scott was with the band off with one slight break he took. He basically was with the band for 10 years. 10 of the 11 years the band was together. And Scott also bowed out with Andy and Doug, which we did their last show back on the 9th.
Over at the Croaking
Frog, which is an amazing night. It was exactly how I was hoping their last show would be.
Yeah.
A good send-off. We played well. Everybody was having a good time. We did what Ghostlight always does. It just happened to be their last show.
Yeah.
And I wish those guys the best. I think I think they'll miss it, but they've also been doing it longer than honestly, they've been playing longer than you've been alive. So, I mean, these guys are technically old enough to be my father, much less.
Right.
So, it's a different dynamic. We've had a couple practices now.
Yeah. I
Working some
remember
things out.
I remember going into the first practice with Dave and Jimmy, not so much nervous, but curious to see how things were gonna go. Like,
Right.
it wasn't like a doubtful thing where like because I knew Jimmy could play the songs, I knew Dave could play the songs,
Right.
and it was more just I was curious to see how and I hate using the term, but how the vibe would be.
Right. How we mesh,
Yeah,
how
how
everybody's going to come together. And honestly, that first practice was exactly what I thought it was going to be, but it wasn't perfect.
yeah,
Even by our standards, what the word perfect means, because we never had a perfect show in our life. There was definitely some hiccups there that I didn't have any doubts, but I wondered if we had enough time to get it together
yeah,
before we play out. Because Ghostlight is and has been, even when I started, we had very limited practices just to make sure we kind of all knew the songs. And all the years since, it's been, do you want to learn something? Okay, everybody learn it. Talk about it a little bit at the show. We play it.
yeah,
This was different because we've got these two guys learning 3 hours worth of music.
yeah.
I felt the second practice last week was I think we're in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the initial like couple hiccups here and there just to kind of get each other's like like the feel of everybody and
Right.
be like, okay, this is what we're doing, this is where we're at, and then we just kind of off to the races by that next practice.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be a speed bump here and there at the
Oh
shows.
yeah,
It's fine. I know I'll speak out of turn for him, I guess, but I know Dave is a little more concerned. Dave doesn't really ever tell anybody he's worried about something, but I know he's more concerned about this than maybe he's letting on because he doesn't just play bass anywhere else. You know, we played
right.
some nailed it gigs, and as you and I both know, that isn't always it's meant to be 100%. The whole joke of it is we'll just play it the best we can, have a good time.
Right.
Ghostlight's a little different story, and I know he's putting his all into it. He's certainly spending more time with the songs than I ever did.
Right. It's same.
But I think there'll be probably some. I don't think nerves. I don't think there's anybody in this band that gets nervous anymore.
No.
At shows, like we've all done different shows, different times. I think we're all capable of being on a stage or in a front room on a floor at Dallas or whatever. I think we'll be good shape. I think we'll be in real good shape. And like I said, once we get going, we got a couple more shows to go for the year, and then we have time to kind of breathe over the holidays and get back. We get right back into it in January, and I think we're gonna be in good shape. So I've said that 35 times now. Apparently.
The one show I'm very much looking forward to is this Saturday.
The Saturday
our homecoming show
at the Union House.
That one
in Richland.
I've got people already telling me. I've got tons of people that are telling me that they're coming.
Yeah, I have. Well, we generally pack half that place with just my wife's family.
Yep.
My family are early to bed folks. My sister and her kids, she doesn't get out much on the weekends. My mother certainly is. Sorry, Mom, you're too old to be out. I know. We only start at 8. She's usually in bed. So I never fault them for not being around. But yeah, and that's hometown for me. It's hometown for you. I mean, I grew up there. You live there.
Yep.
And it's not camping season. So there's a good chance we're going to see all the
good bit of Craft Haven
Kramers
people.
And the Craft Haven. And that's really what it was. I mean, for those that don't know, the Union House is owned by our friend George and Brandy, and they're Craft Haven. I mean, I've known them my whole damn adult life, but
yeah.
I mean, my sister babysat his kids, but yeah, so we get to go kind of have a Craft Haven off-season party there, and hopefully that's kind of what it'll turn into.
But
also, if it doesn't, it's still a local hangout. People are always at. There's always people there. It's always a good time. And we did one Ghostlight gig there, and everybody had a great time. And they asked us back, and that's saying something because the place is not a big room.
No.
And they don't generally have full 5-piece bands, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna have ourselves a good time.
It's also that night going to be not scheduled with the band or anything, but it's also a birthday bash for my mom.
Oh, good to know.
Because her birthday is on Thanksgiving.
Oh.
So
side note, that's also Jameson's second birthday.
Hey,
Jameson the Doxy, the wonder dog. Yep, he turns 2 on the 28th. Just happened to fall on Thanksgiving this year. Anyway,
so we're, you know, obviously we're getting together on Thanksgiving for the holiday, and also,
Right.
you know, it is our mom's birthday, but she has been wanting to come out to a show for the longest time.
Uh-oh.
And so I was telling her, like, hey, you know, we're playing local. She doesn't go out very often,
I
to
know. I know how it
to
is.
the farther distances.
Right.
And you know, not just her, the whole family, or at least my side of the family, is always like, you never play close. I was like, well, one, not a lot of places in
Where
that area that we can
where
play.
exactly did they want us to
Yeah.
play out in the Shaperstown, well, the Elko area in
Yeah.
general?
And so I
Someone's backyard is about the best you're gonna get.
right. And so I had said to her, I was like, you know what, this is one of the closest places that we're gonna get. Come on out for your birthday. So they're coming. You know, I got my brother and my sister in law coming, and my mom's friends are coming. Like, and my wing night crew. Shout out to my wing night crew. That
Sweet.
like we've got all kinds of people coming out.
We're gonna have ourselves a good old time.
It's
That's
gonna
gonna
be a
be,
fun time.
and that's also, and we kind of got around it, as I was saying about Scotty leaving, you know, our sound guy. And Scott works for, as some people do know from what knowing us, he works for Claire Brothers.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, that's the
Yeah.
jam. That you work any kind of sound tech for them, you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
So losing Scott is a lot, but we already have a replacement for him. Our friend Todd Williams, who I've used many times in the last couple of years for Fell From Zero, my other project.
Yep.
Todd's a hell of a sound guy and a hell of a nice guy, and he agreed to become our house sound guy, basically, so we don't have to worry about running from thing or using a different guy every time.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for any band out there that plays a lot. If you ever have the opportunity to have your own sound guy, man, take it, because it's a world difference than having to hire a new guy every time, or do like I've done in the past where I have to run it from the stage. There's less stress on the members of the band, and Todd's he's gonna have to figure us out, but we're not hard to figure out.
Yeah, no,
So
we're very, and not to like talk about us. We're like, oh, we're great people, but like I
we're
feel
good,
that
we're good people. We're good people to work with.
Yeah.
We're not trying to change anything, or so I think that's going to work out good, and that'll be Todd's first show with us.
That was like the first time I asked Scotty to like make an adjustment to my in ears, and it was one of those, like, cause like I didn't really fully know Scotty yet, and so like I was like, can you turn me up in my ears? I'm so sorry, please don't hate me.
Yeah, no, we definitely are. There's a couple shifts we got to make with something like this, but again, Ghostlight's been a band for over 11 years, almost 11 and a half years.
Yep.
And that's a pretty big thing to give up, and I'm glad we didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I'm
because
glad
we all
that
would have found something else to do or started something different. But I made a comment to Dave the other night about I don't know, it was a joke about sponsorships or something. We were talking about the Breed Love thing, and I said, I don't know about you, Dave. You seem to find, even as he gets older, he gets to find other projects. You know, Liz Dexy is another thing he can write. It's things you guys are doing. I said, but Ghostlight's my last best chance to like have any kind of musical, not fame. I'm not looking to be famous. That's
right.
I have just the right level of fame. But to get anything out of other than just the satisfaction of music, Ghostlight's the biggest thing I've done as far as how long they've been together. I can still say that.
Yeah.
How long the band's been together, and how having a decade plus of the same band, even, and still drawing crowds every time.
Yeah.
Is, even if it is just Lancaster County or whatever, or playing down in Maryland, that's a big deal anymore. I've been playing, well, it has a 2 in front of it. I've been playing many years, and I have seen the ebb and flow of people going out and the economy changing and pandemics and everything else, and there's a lot of venues that don't exist. There's a reason why we can play acoustic gigs all the time, because that's all places are willing to do.
Yeah.
The big rooms are gone, so shifting to, you know, if you'd asked me 15 years ago, Johnny Chimpo was around, hey, you guys want to play the VFW or the Legion? I'm like, no, we're a club band, we're a bar band. We do a couple places that are small, but we're a party band. We can't play those places.
Right.
Man, I don't know if it was like that back then, but I'll tell you now, there's some of the best rooms we play.
Yeah.
People are there to have a good time. They're there to spend money on the club. It makes the clubs pay well.
Yeah.
And we have a good time every time.
Oh yeah. There's at least in the time that I've been officially in Ghostlight, there's never been a venue that I did not have a good time playing. And I like to have a good time when I play, and try to not let things
what it
ruin that.
should be.
Yeah.
Look, you've probably seen me have a couple things that made me a little off to start a show, sound problems or
Oh
something with
yeah.
the venue, or
Or
just
someone being late. Ken.
life, just anything during the day irritating me because I'm that kind of person. I work in retail, for God's sake, alcohol retail at that. But yeah, Ken newcomer. But
Dave Goldberg.
you mean the only guy I nailed it we didn't bring into the band? Hope you're listening, Ken. I was just out with Kenny the other night. He came out to see Dave and I play.
Yeah.
Because I have also been picking up some stuff here of late. In fact, going into this week, I didn't really have any shows. I don't think. Did we play any acoustic gigs in October? You and I?
No. You and I've done a lot of Ghostlight
You know
stuff
what I
together.
did, because I had Ghostlight shows and I had a show at the Falls and they had a water main break and it got canceled. And we of course did our Halloween shows. We also, since then, I think we did the Moondancer show.
Yeah, that was a lot
Halloween
of fun.
Moondancer show, that was a lot of fun. And then of course the McCleary's, and we played a Burning Bridge gig.
Yep.
That was our rounding out our time. Then we did the Victory Club Halloween. Then we did that last show with Andy and Doug at the Frog. And then I kind of had I had a Fell From Zero gig in there, which I got to tell you, man, we played at Antietam Brewery down in, I always want to say Havre de Grace for some reason, but, geez. Hagerstown. Thank you. Wow. Totally blanking out. Dewey. And we play a lot of that area, Greencastle, Shippensburg. That seems to be where we get booked because honestly, there's no rooms left around York and Lancaster. And apparently nobody gives a damn to ask us. For everybody locally that's asking us why we never play around here, find me a club.
Yeah.
Jen's is the only place that reached out to us after we played there, but we never got with them for next year. We might play there.
Oh yeah, I played there recently.
Antietam Brewing was absolutely the best show we've probably done in 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Like pre-COVID time. The room was packed.
Did you share a video of that recently?
Some people did, and I shared it to our page. The room was packed. We were playing exceptionally well. Our sound in our ears was good. Todd was running sound.
Mm-hmm.
Todd said he thinks it's the best he's had us sounding. People were telling us it's the best they've heard us in years. Like everything. The bar was ecstatic. We had people there all night. It just was. It was like the olden times before the dark times, and it was just a good time to, because I get to go out there and be a front man. That band, I don't play guitar. I just go out there, and I'm doing heavier stuff too. And it did sit with me that our guitar player Rich, our master builder, Rich said something to me the other night at our last practice about, I think it was before you got there, about how much he enjoyed watching, how much he enjoys me as a front man.
Yeah.
When I'm not playing guitar. Because I don't overdo it. I'm not overselling it. I work the crowd right. I work the stage just right. I'm like, no one's ever actually said that to me before. And that's been sticking with me for like a week now. Like that's a nice compliment.
Made you feel good.
Well, I mean, it just proves, I guess, that, I've always said that I'm always going to be a singer first. I'm always a front man first. I play guitar because I kind of wanted to. And, I've certainly gotten way better, but I have so much more to learn. But,
that was something that I had a huge, not issue adjusting to, but like when I had to be just a front man, when I was in Light the Lamp, that was my one and only time being just a front man. And to me, that was such an adjustment because all I ever knew was, standing up there with my guitar, and it didn't really hit me as to what I could and couldn't do without the guitar. And, over time, I, adjusted greatly to being the front man and being able to stand there and use both my hands and not have to worry about, making sure I'm on this chord or that chord. And that, because initially I had, when I had started Light the Lamp, I made that mic stand. That was the hockey stick mic stand.
Right. I remember that.
That was solely for the purpose of giving my hands something to do. Because I had a Ricky Bobby moment where it was like I wasn't sure what to do with my hands.
Well, you were always a guitar player first.
Yes.
See, I'm the complete opposite. So it does feel weird now, though, like doing those shows. When I do those shows, or like the few songs now when you and I pop off our guitars and Ghostlight, it takes me a second to adjust not holding my guitar.
Same. As soon as we hop on to, what is it, Uptown Funk or Sweet Caroline, it is one of those like, all right, I got to remember not holding anything now. I have to be entertaining a different way. But it is like that's become one of my favorite segments of the show, like of our Ghostlight sets.
Yeah, and I now I definitely think there's an opportunity here for me to do more of that.
Yeah.
Because there are some songs I don't play or songs I wouldn't need to play.
Mm-hmm.
I like playing. I love the fact that there's, I can get up there and play the songs all night.
Oh yeah.
But I might be able to work the room better, or, we're 6 and 1/2 dozen the other here. We could switch around and stuff. I mean, but literally we could give Dave a chance to front, or you.
Yeah.
Like we could find songs where we don't have to be playing our instruments if we don't want to.
Right.
There's no reason you couldn't hop on bass, or I couldn't hop on bass for a song.
Well, we did that before with that Nailed It show when we played at the Shaverstown Fire Hall.
Yeah.
Because there was a song or two that Dave knew on guitar that I knew on bass, so we switched, and then
there's no reason we couldn't get away with that kind of thing. But again, we have some work to get at, but yeah, we definitely have growth to go. But I liked being able to go play with those guys and do heavy stuff. And I have I think my Next to Nothing show might have been before did we talk about when I played in Delaware with Next to Nothing in October? That was the very beginning of October. I feel like we recorded after that.
Maybe, yeah.
But I have another one of those coming up. We've got a January 3rd show playing at Love Drafts.
With Crack,
With Crack, the Creed and Nickelback band. Some local guys, Dylan from Observe and our good friend of the podcast, Ed Allison. A couple of people. There's a Saliva band. Us doing Breaking Benjamin.
Is there a Papa Roach band?
It might be Papa Roach. There's a fourth band. I forget.
I'd have to look again.
But that's going to be a good time. But I've got a busy week. Dave and I just played. You did your show Friday at Victory.
Yep.
Saturday, Dave and I got to play at Big Truck Brewing down in Maryland and Parkton, which that's been on the books for almost a year. I've been excited about that. I love that place. We had a really good time. It took a minute to kind of dial in where we needed to be. We were playing inside, which you don't normally do, but they felt it was a little cold for the outside porch area they have screened in.
Yeah.
So we had to do some volume adjustment and some things, but once we got going, we had a really good time. The bar seemed really happy. Hopefully we can get a shot back. We did spend the time telling people that although they've been on their calendars Nailed It for a while, that pretty much coming up in the last Nailed It duo gig, because from here on out, I don't see any reason why if you and he are playing, or you and I, whatever, any combination of the three of us shouldn't be Ghostlight Radio acoustic.
Yeah.
We've already been doing
we've been doing the Ghostlight duo.
So that doesn't make sense. Now, Dave and I are playing a Nailed It show that, as of this is recording Monday. I play at the Falls tomorrow. Because I haven't been there in a while. Tuesday night, so 6 to 8. Wednesday, Dave and I play at the Valley Tavern. She books us like a year out for Thanksgiving
I forgot about
Eve.
That. Yeah.
Playing a 7 to 10, which is usually later there. She likes to do it early, let everybody get home. But that'll technically, because they promote the hell out of that.
Yeah.
They make signs and logos for us on their digital sign. Like
I remember
I don't have to send any of that stuff. Someone does it for them, which is great. It's like pictures of me and Dave from 5 years ago when we were at the birthday party dressed nice. Like we don't dress like that.
I remember seeing that because I saw
you took those pictures.
Yeah, I took those pictures because I remember seeing I think someone had posted, or either you shared it, and it was the electronic sign that had the picture of you guys. I was like, I know that picture. Yep. That was my introduction to Nailed It before I was officially a member.
So we have that going on, but that'll technically be the last Nailed It acoustic duo show.
Yeah.
For any reason that I could see.
Any foreseeable future.
There may be something down the road where we play as a 4-piece again and Kenny's involved. But Ken had a sad look on his face when he and I talked, and he said, I guess that's it for Nailed It. I said, unless something comes up.
Yeah.
I'm not ever going to say no to it, but right now there's no reason for us to book anything.
Right. It's not that Nailed It's dead. Nailed It's just kind of on a hiatus.
Nailed It's a podcast now.
Nailed It is a podcast.
But we have that, and then of course Thanksgiving is Thursday, and then we have shows Friday, Saturday. I got a pretty busy week coming up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hectic week.
But that's okay.
Show-wise.
And then I'm right back at it. We have shows the first weekend in December. That's our Burning Bridge show.
I always love Burning Bridge.
And then, wait, is that the first? Yeah.
Yes, weekend. Because
and then the 7th, because then the 14th we play at Lancaster Sportsman's Association.
Yes, and I have an acoustic show the 8th, that Sunday.
Okay.
And this might be a surprise. I'm doing the tree lighting ceremony
in Schaeferstown,
playing Christmas songs. I know that might be a shock.
Oh.
I know that might come as a shock
Actually,
to
I
you.
discussed possibly coming to that.
If you do, we could turn it into a duo gig.
It's hometown. I mean, I'll come up and play with if you want. I don't care. We'll discuss that off the
Yeah.
air. These people aren't going to care about this part of the podcast. Yeah, I mean, and I have another Falls gig in a couple weeks. She had a slot open 2 weeks from now, so I'm playing again in 2 weeks. Which, funny enough, then that Friday night, our friend Travis is DJing
I saw that. I saw him make that post.
We're actually off because it's a weekend. We play Saturday, not Friday.
Yeah.
So I'll probably make my way up there on a Friday night and check out what Trav's doing. Trav does some really cool stuff.
He DJs, right?
For a guy who retired from DJing last year,
yeah,
he's done like 8 or 9 gigs this year. People keep out. He just did a private party last week. Like he's like, maybe I'm unretiring. I'm like, don't slippery slope, buddy. But
yeah,
Travis's stuff is cool because he can do all the wedding DJ, party DJ stuff. Right. He does a lot of cool mixes.
Okay.
He makes his own mashups.
Yeah,
and they are really cool.
Yeah,
and I think that's some of the things that people keep. Like, oh, you got it. And he's very professional. I hear him talk about some of the weddings they did and stuff, how, him and his wife would do things. So that'll be cool. We'll bring Travis into the Den Mother music family somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow I'll drag him in and be like, yeah, I'll promote you now. I don't want any of your money. I just want your notoriety. I'm the worst management company ever. I don't get paid for this. I'm just going to spend all my time telling everybody about you.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and oddly enough, I have off New Year's this year.
Yeah.
We as a band have off. It's in the middle of the week. I kind of told the guys previous to you joining, I'm like, I don't, unless it's a casino gig or something, I don't see
something big.
I don't see the point of us playing, so we didn't chase it.
Yeah.
We just flat out said no. So I'm actually I have to find something to do New Year's. It's insane. But we're running on our year pretty. There's a lot going on for a little bit happening.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Christmas party. The members party for Christmas at the club. At the club.
Yeah.
I think it's like December 22nd or something. But that's actually, I'm opening the day, and Ed's band Phys Ed is playing. Like I'm going to open up and then I'm going to kind of run their sound for them the rest of the day. Hope they like drunk sound guys. Anyway, Jameson, or Bush Light, whatever. Merry Christmas. So there's a lot going on. You got anything beyond the Shaverstown to give beside the Ghostlight stuff?
At this moment, no. I had talked to a couple friends of mine about doing like an acoustic thing here or there. Actually that was a fun thing I had talked to about. It was me and some coworkers. We were going to participate in the Rocklet's Battle of the Bands. That unfortunately kind of fell through due to everybody's scheduling and everything. But I had said to him, I was like, hey, like let's sometime get an acoustic gig, coffee shop gig, because myself and my one coworker Ricky, who is a phenomenal singer, she can sing her head off. It's awesome. And Brian, who is the one I had initially mentioned about bass,
yeah.
He was always down to jam. I've jammed with him a couple times, just doing little stuff here and there.
Why not?
Because we have the name of Ricky and the Lost Numbers. That was supposed to be the name of the group.
Fun. It's good.
Not that we would ever play that Steely Dan tune, because I could never learn all of that.
Oh, stop.
But yeah, we've talked about maybe in the future doing a Ricky and the Lost Numbers gig, and it would basically be just a acoustic. Here's a couple songs we know, a little coffee shop gig, whatever. But other than that, nothing really in the works at the moment. Still writing songs, writing originals. I have one that's going to be released eventually, because Brian is playing bass on it.
That's a really
I know it's so vague,
wide open statement. Like it's gonna be. Well, I mean, that's not like people die. Yeah, they do. Eventually, we all do. Yeah.
I have this song. You've heard it. It's the Crank It Up.
Yeah.
So Brian is going to be playing bass on. I know. Actually,
I told you did a very good job with it, man. It's just not my jam.
Yeah,
it's AC/DC style, but it sounds exactly like what you meant it to be. So
yeah, and like I said, I asked Brian if he would play bass on it, because yes, I do play bass, but I'm not a bass player.
So
if that
makes
sense.
Getting a bass player to play on it makes a whole lot of sense.
I get it. I was trying. I had sat there for an hour and a half, playing every different thing I could think of to try and make this work. and like it's just sit in that pocket, and I could not for the life of me figure something out. And so I immediately texted him. I was like, dude, can you play bass on this? And like I sent him the track, and he's like, hell yeah, dude, this is awesome. And so he's been working on all kinds of stuff. We've been going back and forth. He sends me a snippet of it, and he's like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And I at one point I was like, dude, do what you want, and I'm sure I'm gonna love it.
That makes sense. As long, I mean, he's not just going to play some random out of
Right.
key thing. He's
Yeah,
going to do.
and he is a good enough bassist that I trust him immensely to do the song justice, if that makes sense.
I mean, it's your song, so you got to be the one to
Yeah.
be good about it.
But also, I'm not going to be the one that's like, you're terrible. Like, this isn't what I'm envisioning, kind of deal. Like, I'm very open-minded when it comes to people playing on my songs to an extent.
Right.
Like, obviously, don't go overboard with it. You know, do what you feel will fit for the song. And if anything doesn't work, you know, it'll be like, yeah, let's try this. Let's see what this
work it
is
another
like.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
But yeah, other than that, nothing really brand new that hasn't been said already on the show.
Cool. I would like to. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's like did you just wish really hard and hope it'll happen kind of thing? The gambit of it all.
It was an educated wish.
Educated wish, or did you just say it a whole lot until it became true? We are definitely. We talked about this a couple months ago. We've gotten away from it. We have that song that Travis
Yes.
fed to Skynet and got back out, and it came out pretty cool, all based around some happenings at Craft Haven.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something I don't want to let go because I want us to record that. And,
so do I.
And I think that's something we could knock out pretty quick. We just seem to keep finding reasons not to.
Yeah,
so.
especially at this point with like the holidays and
I am
being so busy.
I am 100% going to say this and put us to task, just like I do with our we need to have an episode once a month.
Yeah.
We are going to finish that song, have a playable version for people before the end of this year.
Oh, yes.
Before our next podcast, we're going to have that done.
Yes.
Because I think we can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Not this week, because I don't,
this week
this would have been my day off.
Right.
And yet, here we are doing music stuff, which is fine. That's how I like my life, busy and not working. But yeah, I want people to hear that. I want the people at Craft Haven to be ready for it come.
Yeah.
And if we can get it down good enough that, you know, if Ghostlight wants to play it at a show, but we got to have it recorded.
And I think I'd mentioned it to you about the idea of eventually doing a music video for it.
Yeah.
I've told a bunch
That's
of
putting the cart before the horse, as the old people say. But yeah.
And I've talked about it before to a couple people, and like ideas I have, like classic country music style music video, like the two of us sitting on the back of the golf cart riding through the bay or like through Craft Haven.
Yep.
And one, like, we both got guitars sitting there, like the cheesiest looking thing for a country video, but something that fits that song.
And I have a couple people I would love to ask to be, you know, the videographers for that.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Help storyboard. There's actually a guy at the campground, Corey, Marshall's cousin, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Corey does amazing videos. Now, I don't think he does a whole lot anymore since his boys growing up, his little one's getting older. I don't think he has as much time for it as he did.
Yeah.
But Corey used to show up at every event down there with his drone.
Oh, really?
Amazing video package and have his fun. I mean, he's the kind of guy, like a lot of these guys nowadays have really nice just cell phones that really and just taking great videos. He showed me some pointers. He's like, you know how to use this mode and that mode? I'm like, no. He goes, try it out and show me what. I'm like, I didn't even know my phone could do that because I don't spend a lot of time making videos or you know, I'm performing, not
pictures, not taking videos. Yeah,
but like, yeah, Corey be one I'd ask if we need to. You know, I know you probably have some connections to people now because of working where you do. I would love to make that work somehow in the spring, that we can get down there and just do a video.
We'll do a summer, like for the podcast, you know, throw it on the socials.
Yep.
Do a whole release, and that could be really cool. The
song got to come first, and I think we can. I really think because it's essentially a complete song.
Yeah, we
can knock that out. We can, and I think there's things we can do with it if we want to. I mean, it works pretty well. There was that weird chord change. We can always make that go away. We can do whatever, but we just got to spit. And I figure if I say it, If we talk about it when we're out having a beer or at a show, we're not
Yeah.
going to do it. This makes me feel like we put it on record. Now we have to get it done.
Yeah.
So I just strong armed you into helping me finish this.
Especially with because especially this weekend coming up, like, yes, we have shows, but I have open time that
You're not at work. You have time off.
I have open time that I can actually sit down and work on this. Like, I know Friday's going to be a little hectic, with.
It's only hectic because you decide you need to go Black Friday shopping for shit you don't need.
This is no
America.
It's not even for me. I have this holiday tradition that on Black Friday I get up and
nothing gets me down. Anyway,
I'll get up usually about 7:30 in the morning. I'll hit my stores in the morning.
Why so late?
I still gotta sleep. I gotta sleep off that tryptophan.
No. That's right. You don't have a dog.
Yeah, that's
7:30. I'm usually out the door and at work.
But yeah, like I'll usually get up, 7:30, hit the road by about 8:00, hit my couple stores. I'll probably hit Park City like every other human being in the Lancaster area does.
Ew.
And
shop small. Oh
yeah.
No.
And then I got other stuff that I plan on doing, heading over to my mom's, do Christmas decorations and all that fun shit, and then I got to get a nap in there at some point because
naps are essential. Well, especially as late as we're playing Friday night. The one time we play past midnight anywhere.
I very seldom will complain about gigging. But this one, where our start time is my normal bedtime,
10:30 to 1. I will tell you though, once we get done, you won't even you'll be like, wow, I can't believe it's only 1:00.
Yeah,
it has that feel. But
I'm sure. And
I was just going to mention, you got all that going on Friday. I'm like, Friday would be a great day for me. I have nothing going on to the show, and I don't work. I'd have plenty of time to sit down and kind of trade some internet clips back and forth. But you're busy. It's fine.
But yeah, well, I'll find time this weekend to actually sit down and it at the minimum start the scratch tracks.
Yep, we have some scratch tracks to get going on just to break it down. But we're not here to. This isn't an episode. Maybe we'll next episode. Well, we're gonna have to wrap our year up, but maybe next episode we'll talk about how we break down something like that if we have stuff done.
Absolutely.
So look at us. We're workshopping right here.
Professionals.
For all our 3 of listeners, thank you guys.
3 of listeners.
So I used to say 10s. I don't think we're not consistent enough.
3s of listeners.
I have some ideas about that too for next year. We can talk about now if you want.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out, as I probably do every episode, the Solo Musician Podcast, our friend Dave Gates, friend of the podcast.
Shout out.
Dave Gates.
We just got to cover every guest we've had.
Dave does a thing where he's consistent. He took 2 weeks off for a vacation, but other than that, he puts out an episode every Tuesday with a guest.
Yep.
And every Thursday, he does his Thursday thoughts, which sometimes are 20 minutes, sometimes are 40 minutes, whatever. Just something that's on his mind. He records, puts it out every week.
Yep.
And it dawned on me that there's no reason you or I separately couldn't just do an episode, a mini-sode, without the other.
Yeah.
If you had something you wanted to say that you couldn't record it at home and upload it to, for people to hear.
Yeah.
We haven't had that format now, so it doesn't make sense.
But maybe
going forward, there's no reason we couldn't have even a little weekly episode or something.
Yeah.
And one big one a month like we've been doing.
Yeah.
And of course I want to get into more guests. There is a new podcast coming. I'm gonna like promote somebody. It's almost like I'm gonna run an ad here for someone that I just saw. That we don't get paid for anything here, folks, unless someone wants to start sending us money to talk about their products.
Yeah.
Are we more than happy to get at least one person to buy your stuff? Anyway. There is a very talented woman by the name, her stage name, I guess, is what she goes by, Katie Robinette. She first came into my radar of performing way back when I was doing it because there was a band called Just Like Prom Night around here. And they were, the 80s stuff, and they were all I ever heard about how good she was and how good this band was.
Right.
But I wasn't running those circles. I was playing a lot. We didn't get out to them. And then they split up because she moved, I believe, to like Chicago or somewhere. She's been around to do like almost I think she was kind of in like a pop, almost like a boy bandish kind of thing.
Okay.
Then I think she was doing her own stuff, R&B-ish, and she eventually came back home and started a company with another woman and the company's called Robin Banks. I believe it's Productions. I don't know. They have a couple bands, Central City Orchestra, and I believe it's Downtown Sound or Downtown Band. They're basically your corporate wedding band.
Yeah.
Like polished, like 8, 9, 10-piece people, just the best thing you'll see. They never make mistakes that anyone would notice, and they do those kind of things. She's made they made a good career out of this, but she's also a phenomenal singer. And we've gotten to see Just Like Prom Night. They did a couple reunions over the years. One at the Cove in New York, which was a place they used to play, so it was packed, but that's not a music venue. But the last time they got together a few years back, they played at Tellus in the back room.
Okay.
And we took some friends down, and man, what just a good time and good musicians. It's good to see professional people that are still having fun with it.
Yeah.
But I saw this week she is starting a podcast.
Oh.
I believe it's called The Follow-Up. I was looking it up on my phone here while we were talking. I want to make sure I was right about that. I don't know when it launches. Yeah, it's called The Follow-Up. I don't know if December 4th, they're dropping their first episode.
So that's on Thursday?
No, the first is Sunday. So Wednesday,
Okay.
December 4th. It looks like they're starting. This is going to start up. I don't know what's going to be going on, but I bet it's a good podcast to listen to.
Yeah,
I think
I'm definitely going to give that a
she's
listen.
also one I would like to. What I was getting to is I like to get into some more guests. Maybe people we're not like best friends with.
Yeah.
That's who we seem to get and it's good to have friends in. That's our dynamic. Why not bringing people we're friends with? But I'd love to talk to some people we don't normally run in the same circles to get their
right,
their stories and their. I mean, I think I like sitting down with people and talking about their stories.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd like to do more remotes, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So, but check that one out, people, if you get a chance.
One person, and I even mentioned this the other day to somebody, one person that I do want to get in here, when a good old friend of ours, we've talked about it for a while, is Mr. Dave Heisey.
Yeah, we got to get with Dave. I think we're going to have to go to Dave.
Yeah.
Dave has a pretty cool studio in his house. Maybe we'll just try. I mean, that's a 15-minute drive for you.
That's a hop, skip, and a jump for me. I'm okay with that.
It's just my usual hour to everywhere I have to go for music stuff, so it's no big deal to me. But
we'll hit him up in December.
Hit him up. Maybe we'll make him our year ender like we did last year with Twin Dicks. I'll see what he's got going on. Old Dave and the Igniters. He hates that name. He just played down at the old Goose last week.
I saw that.
Wish we could have made it, but that's a little out of the way. And also I'd love to, another thing an idea, let's just say I stole it, but it's not like he originated it, but he's good at it. Our buddy again, Dave Gates, he is doing live streams again. He used to do that in COVID. It's kind of when he got started.
Yeah.
He's trying to make it a weekly thing or a monthly thing now. He just did his first one again in a long time Tuesday. And I had some band stuff to do, but I pulled it up while I was sitting here, and it's nice to hear. And I think we should try and do that sometime.
Absolutely.
I'm
always down for the live
shows,
stuff.
just us sitting and maybe doing a live stream, either just a full-on podcast episode or a live stream we play
like a
for
Q&A
or
live stream show. Yeah,
live stream
absolutely.
show. I know he's got one coming up. And I don't know, have you met Matt Jameson yet?
Yeah,
Matt's
I met him over at the
CPMAs. Matt is a hell of a dude. We stopped in to see him on our way home after our big truck show. He was playing at the Sherwood Inn. So we stopped in there and hung out for the rest of his set. Matt's just a hell of a guy. He's also going to be doing, I guess, a live. He's not a big one for him, but Dave, I guess, talked him into it and then talked about it on the podcast, and now Matt has to commit. He's doing at the end of December, I guess, for his birthday. But Dave has a studio up there. His idea is to have people come in and do live streams.
Okay.
He can almost engineer it. He's got multiple camera angle stuff. So I'm thinking maybe we could do something like that. Hell, maybe we could just go do a remote episode from there sometime.
Yeah.
And I'd like to actually sit down with Matt sometime, talk to him too.
Yeah, he'd be a great guest.
And actually, anybody that's listening, if anybody has any guest ideas, and we should probably put this on our socials and be more active on our podcast social, to both of us.
These are all of our New Year's resolutions that we're announcing.
Yeah, I think we just need to
do better.
Be better. I think there's things we could do with this. We've been doing this a couple years now, and I think there's things that we want this to be that we just haven't gotten there because we're busy. We have busy lives.
Yeah.
Once a month seems like a struggle sometimes to get to look at it. We're almost the end of the month before we get this one in.
Yeah.
But if we can make it, I don't like doing remote episodes, neither do you. We can do them. We can do them if we have to.
Yeah.
And if that keeps us on track, or if that's how we do one of those little mini episodes,
right?
We hop on a Wednesday night for half an hour and talk about something we want to. Oh man, did you hear this album today? Let's get on and talk about it tonight.
Yeah.
Why can't we? It's our podcast. Do we want? So I mean, we'll get there. Yeah. I turned this episode into what are we going to do, not what we're doing.
Yeah. This is going from this is like what does the future hold?
Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. We don't have any. We didn't have any set topic tonight.
Yeah.
I do want to get into. Just touch on a little bit. Last episode, we spent a lot of time talking about Linkin Park.
Yes.
The album has since dropped. I'd love to get your opinion on it. I'm not going to go song for song. I'm not doing an album review,
not like
but
we did with
I
Beartooth.
just want a roundabout idea what you think now that you've heard it compared to what we thought initially.
So,
No,
it's nothing bad, or per se, nothing bad per se. We got a couple singles.
Yep.
Prior, we got Emptiness Machine, Heavy as a Crown, and Two-Faced.
And there was another one which it is escaping me. There was one after Two-Faced or before.
Yeah, it was one right before Two-Faced because Two-Faced came out like a day or two before
the album. Yeah.
So, Emptiness Machine came out. I was for it. Because it sounded like Linkin Park without sounding like they were just rewriting old stuff.
Right.
And they worked with Emily, whatever her last name is,
Armstrong.
Emily Armstrong.
Pretty sure.
Okay. So like you can tell that they really like worked with Emily in making her fit in the realm of Linkin Park because she's a phenomenal singer.
That's a decisive thing to say amongst the Linkin Park fans because I've seen some pretty nasty stuff. Because people keyboard warriors and whatnot.
Yeah,
but Chester's gone.
Yeah,
we talked about this last episode.
Yeah,
it's their choice to do. So go on.
So Emptiness Machine, I was all for it. I was ready to hear what was in store for new Linkin Park. And then Heavy as the Crown came out. Then I realized, at least with that song, I was like, okay. They kind of, what I would call played it safe, because it sounds a little too similar, at least in my opinion, to to Faint. It will Faint and like Giving Up mixed together.
Yeah,
because she does that like huge extended scream that's supposed to be big and showy, like Chester used to do in Giving Up, but like the structure of the song itself, to me at least, sounded too much like Faint, where it's like, all right, you're just playing it safe.
Yep.
And then Two-Faced came out, or I can't think of that one.
I can't think. Yeah, I'd have to look. Which I can.
But Two-Faced came out, and the song is good, as is Heavy as a Crown. All these songs are good. But Two-Faced came out, and the same thing. It sounded too much like One Step Closer. And it's got that same feel where it's that, hip hop nu metal-esque style beat with Shinoda rapping in the verses and then Emily coming in the choruses. And not just because, the bouncing back and forth with vocals, right. Even the style of the song is very similar to One Step Closer, to the point where when it gets to the breakdown, like thinking back on One Step Closer, when he's doing the "shut up when I'm talking to you" thing.
Yeah, she has a part in there that's
where she's yelling, "Stop yelling at me."
I actually made that comment to my wife while we were listening to it. I actually said, "Shut up when you're talking to me." But I actually really, I think that's the best song on the album.
Oh, it's a great tune.
It sounds like old Linkin Park. It jams.
What's the one there's one off the album that I loved, and it wasn't a single. My older brother and I, we sat in the car on our way to work and listened to it. And
looking at the album now, so you've got an intro, then Emptiness Machine, Cut the Bridge was okay. It seemed like it was them trying to showcase her a little bit.
Yeah.
Heavy as the Crown we heard. Over Each Other might be the one that they released. They've removed like the singles.
Yeah.
Now because the album's out, so I don't know how they came out. I
think it's Casualty.
I was gonna say Casualty. I think is the one
that it's the one that like for them is very thrashy.
Yeah.
For them, because there's a 2-step section in there that I remember listening to that and like losing my shit in the car. I was like, oh my God, to the point where it didn't even really resemble Linkin Park to me,
which is, I guess, okay. And there's at least 2 songs in there where it seems like they're just there to focus on her, what she can do, singing wise. And they did that with Chester too. There were plenty of songs with just him singing, especially towards the end.
I will say though, the second half of the album, I was not very impressed with, because at least in my opinion, you can feel that those last few songs were just Shinoda songs, because they were all like that just the ambient beats and the atmospheric
Which
stuff.
some people have some issues with. I don't, because I mean, Mike was honestly I was bigger into his stuff, his parts of Linkin Park than I was Chester's.
Really?
I love Chester's stuff, and again, Chester's one of the best that ever did it.
Right.
But I was coming from a hip hop background, like I was when I was younger. I connected more with Mike. I love Mike's flow is very studio.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a freestyle rapper. He writes, but he has a cadence and stuff to his voice that and when he writes, I love. And I still do. I think there's a lot of that in this album because they went for that older feel, and it works for me.
Yeah.
But I also learned recently, and maybe somebody can fact check me on this, that Mike wrote a lot of the lyrics that Chester sang.
Yes.
I did not know that. I thought it was him writing the raps and Chester wrote all the other stuff. There are demos out there I didn't know existed from the second album of Mike very badly just trying to get the lines down.
Yeah.
Singing Chester's parts over some of the songs.
Huh.
So they knew where the structure was. The lyrics are almost the same. It's just him like kind of out of key singing them to get them down with
to
the
get
flow of the song.
Essentially a scratch
and I
track.
didn't realize, essentially, and I didn't realize that was the case. So, I mean, there's something to be said that Mike is, I mean, it's long been said Mike was kind of the brains, not the brains, that's wrong. The
backbone,
the chief, the backbone between him and DJ Han, just making the stuff work, and everyone else had their parts. But, whatever. I like it. I'll listen to it. I listened to it a few times.
Yeah, so did I.
I'll listen to it again. I'll go see them. I would go see them now, I think, to see, because I've seen some clips. We talked about this week. There were early clips of her, and it wasn't
great.
But the more I see, the better. She's getting more comfortable. So, I'm not going to pay for Linkin Park tickets. Sorry, I'm just not going to do it. I saw Linkin Park. But Linkin Park 2.0 here, if they're on one of the festivals or some of those days, and I'm going to that, I'll be more than happy to check them out.
I was a little bummed because they did announce a tour.
Right.
And a bunch of different openers are going with them at certain dates.
Different places.
And I was so bummed that the day before their one Pennsylvania date, AFI drops off the tour, and that's who I wanted to see, because I always liked AFI.
I've never seen them. I would enjoy that.
I think that's one of those little, because of growing up listening to it with my older brother, it's like a nostalgia thing to see AFI, because I grew up listening to AFI as a lot of people did, and so seeing them on that tour, to see AFI with this version of Linkin Park, I feel like would be kind of cool to see.
Yeah, that's probably why they handpicked all these people.
Yeah.
But overall, without doing a review, what would out of 5, what would you give this album?
Out of 5, I'd give this one it was a solid 3.5, 3.25. Not horrible, not bad. I would definitely listen to it again, but there's moments where it could have been better.
I'm somewhere there. I would give it some random. I'd give it a 3.85. It's not quite
that's
a 4.
Where I'm at with it.
I mean, 4 being something for me that I can put in and listen to and not to skip anything.
Yeah.
But I don't have to listen to every day. 5 would be an album that I never get sick, like Beartooth.
Yeah.
I literally just never get sick of it. It doesn't matter if I listen to it 10 times a day or I don't listen to it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That's definitely. But yeah, it's good. It's, well, to be fair, I've always said. Meteora is Linkin Park's best album, because that's the album that's what Linkin Park sounds like.
Yeah.
But Hybrid Theory is, to me, my favorite Linkin Park album, because that's how I was introduced to them. Everything they're trying to be is on that album.
Yeah.
Meteora is now we know what we're trying to be, and here's unfortunately 30 minutes of an album.
Yeah.
But Meteora and Hybrid Theory are 5.0 albums to me.
Yeah.
I will listen to them forever.
Yeah.
No matter how old they get, I'll always enjoy them. This one's not quite a 4, but it's doable. So,
yeah.
So, in speaking of this, now let's talk about another song that came out. Not only did I tell you, I'm
so
this
glad
one.
we get to talk about this in person now.
I listened to this song, and we're going to get to what it is here in a second. And you asked me if I heard it, and I told you I never need to hear it again. That's how much I disliked it. And then my wife hadn't listened to it, and I had to hear it again in the car.
Oh no!
And it got worse.
Oh no!
I started hearing things that I hated about it that I didn't hear the first time. We are talking about the new song Mayday by what they're calling 3 Days Grace. We've already talked on air about my feelings on 3 Days Grace after Adam left. And hey, the music gods have spoken, and Adam Gontier is back in the band. Except they're keeping Matt, who is the biggest piece of shit, in my opinion. The songs aren't good. He can't write. He's just kind of an asshat, and I never understood why people accepted him. Never mind, liked him.
Yeah.
But now they're doing this 2 singers thing. The song is. First of all, the bass line comes out, and then it might as well be Animal I Become.
Yeah.
It literally is almost the same. In fact, when we got done, my wife's like, I got to hear something else, and went to the next song on their list on Spotify. It was Animal I Become, and it starts that bass line. I'm like, you can hear it back to back. Like, I don't know if they're trying hard to get an old 3 Days Grace sound back because Adam's back. And to his credit, the parts he's singing don't sound bad. The song's just not a good song.
Yeah.
I don't think if they'd have fired Matt and he'd have come back, it's just not. This isn't what I'd want the world to go, he's back.
Yeah.
If that's the level of songs they're going to, like the style they're going for with them both being the singers, fuck right off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I can say that any nicer. I have no interest in this whatsoever, and it breaks my wife's heart because I think she likes Adam Gontier more than me. Like, if she there's a hall pass involved, it's probably him. And the fact that he is even like, he gave up Saint Asonia, which had really good music, was never going to be big.
I liked Saint Asonia,
but that's him writing the way he writes and singing the way he sings. And now I don't know what this shit is. Fix it. 3 days, whatever you are, fix it.
I remember when I sent you that text, because I listened to the song and then I texted you because I heard it and I wanted to get your opinion on it first before I said anything. And so when you said that, I was like, oh no.
God. And sadly, the radio, well, I don't listen to the radio. I don't really listen to Sirius that much unless I'm going to listen to football.
Yeah.
Or I need something because I'm tired of listening to the same thing on my Spotify every day. I need something quick, but I guarantee Octane's going to play the shit out of it like it's the greatest song they ever heard. They'll pick it up on like 105.7.
I was just going to say, 105.7.
They're going to play the shit out of it because unfortunately there's people that like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is, but and I obviously I got a little animated, vocally about it, but truth be told, it's not a great song.
Yeah.
It's really not. And it's not a good foot forward for what they're trying to do. I needed them to, they don't need to impress me, but I needed them to impress me.
Yeah.
At least prove to me why they're even doing it this way. And that ain't it, guys.
Yeah.
That ain't it.
And if I'm trying to remember exactly how I worded it to you when after you had told me what you thought of it. And if I remember correctly, it was something along the lines of like, I didn't hate it, but I don't need to listen to it again kind of deal. Like, it's a song.
It will get skipped if it comes up in a random playlist. If Spotify throws it in with one of those, random things I just have shuffling going on, it's getting skipped. Yeah. I wish there was a dislike button like in the old days, so I never played it again. I'm no interest.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the new Breaking Benjamin song last episode?
I don't think we did.
That's what we're going to end on. We're going to talk about Breaking Benjamin. We're going to talk about Breaking Benjamin, and then we're going to cut it off here. But good Lord, man, the guy does not know how to stop making anthemic Breaking Benjamin songs. That song is so good.
It is it is a song that much like
Awaken, by the way. If you guys didn't know the title, you should have it burning in your brain.
Awaken. Like, how you've said about like how you consider Riptide like the Beartooth song.
Yep.
Or like if someone wants me to or asks me, what does Breaking Ben sound like? This is one that I would immediately throw in there. Along with, Diary and Bow and
Diary is definitely the song the public knows best.
Yeah.
And that's what this song reminds me of not at all like they're the same song. There's a structure about it, which is a Breaking Benjamin structure.
It has the feel, the vibe.
It definitely, everything about it. And if that's for a band that we weren't sure we were going to get any real new music out of anymore.
Yeah.
The fact that they are sitting on an album, basically, more or less what they said.
Yeah.
Because they just want to make sure it's good to go. Like, they also signed a new record deal and things of that nature. But, man, more, please. More. Yeah. Like,
I just listened to it on the way down here, and oh my God.
It's got
that
all the
breakdown
stuff
in it, too.
The outro is just so dirty. And it's like 2 seconds. Like, it's 3 bars or something. So nice. Got it. I mean, yeah, I have a thing for Breaking Benjamin. I think we all know that.
Yes.
If anyone could look around this room right now, they'd get the idea. But and I've never been shy about it. Clearly, I'm in a Breaking Benjamin cover band, for God's sake. But man, like they could have never released anything. They could have shit the bed like 3 Days Dorks did. But instead, they put out just for lack of a better term or something a guy my age shouldn't say, they put out a fire song.
Yeah.
They really did. And I'm really enjoying, I know I've been sending them to you, the guitar player Keith Wallen has his own stuff too.
I love his TikToks when you send them to me.
He's showing how to play along with the songs and the vocal breakdowns, and he's been doing that for a while. He does it for his own stuff too, which is very good. If you never listened to his solo stuff out there and you like Breaking Benjamin, check out his solo stuff. It's very good. The guy can sing. He's formerly from Red.
Okay.
Him and Jason Roush, the other guitar player, that's where they came from.
Gotcha.
They used to collaborate back and forth, and the story goes that I don't know if it was Jason or Keith. I think it was Keith, but they realized Ben and him had the same vibe when like they wrote the same. They had they had
a similar writing
styles and stuff in both lyrics and riffs, and they just started working back and forth. And I think he helped pen a couple things on the last Breaking Ben album before the band changed.
Yeah.
And Ben had a little help with some of the Red songs, and then that's just how it came together. So those guys have always been in a band that sounds good. Red always sounded good to me. Just never got big.
Yeah.
And they're still around, mind you. They replaced those guys. But yeah, man, that song is, if that's the things to come, more to come soon.
Absolutely.
That's how you do it. That's how you put out a song to show people what's coming.
Yeah.
Linkin Park didn't do that either.
Yeah.
They gave us a song that sounded good, but it did make me go, man, when this album comes out, it's going to be
oh my God,
amazing. Yeah. And Breaking Benjamin
did that. And
by all counts on the old internet where people will voice any opinion they want.
Yeah.
I didn't see one bad opinion about that song. The worst I saw was, well, it sounds a little like Diary of Jane or Failure and stuff. I'm like, but you're not complaining. No, it's not a complaint.
That's just an observation.
Like. It's observation. It sounds like their stuff. Oh, Breaking Benjamin sounds like Breaking Benjamin. That's weird.
Yeah,
unlike 3 Days Grace not sounding like 3 Days Grace. Either one. It doesn't sound like either version. I'm getting off it. I'm getting off the topic. I'm away from it. But yeah, that Breaking Ben tune really, man, it's the happiest I've been for music since Beartooth dropped their album.
Yeah.
Like, and we talked about Attention.
Oh yeah, we talked about Attention.
Every time that just pops up, I get like real happy. It's a good tune. Anyway, yeah, man, bring it on, Breaking Ben. We're actually, the band's trying to learn it before we play our next show.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll be able to get it done in the time we have, but we're going to do our best to be able to play it out the next show because that's the last show we have on the books for now.
Yeah.
So, but beyond that, you got anything to touch on?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
Yep. Yeah, we did. We got went over the shows. Obviously, once again, go to ghostlightradioshow.com. You can see where we're going to be. Come see the new band. Check out all the merch we put up.
Merch, yes.
We got tons of merch
Get your
now.
merch.
And we'd love to see you out or any of our solo gigs. You can find us on the socials and whatnot. But that website will get you every date that Jake or I are playing, or Dave or any of us.
Or dates that I'm not playing because I don't know how to work that calendar.
That's up. I'll take care of it. Dad's got it. And other than that, I don't have a whole lot to say. I think we're gonna wrap it up here for our November episode number 11, and we're gonna go eat some pizza. And Jake, for the first time ever, is gonna watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
We're finally doing it,
and I'm excited because we're basically strong-arming him into watching it with us at our house, so he can't say, "I'll go and watch it." So I'll have things. Maybe that'll be my first Thursday thoughts. I believe that's copyright and trademark Dave Gates.
Thursday think it over.
Yeah. I'll do Wednesday whimsicals. Whatever. It's totally a different thing. But that's going to be it. So once again, I'm Bob.
I'm Jake.
And we have been Nailed It the podcast. We'll see you guys next time.
See you.
Nailed it.